continuing along our look through all the show gardens here across at the Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show. And previous years we caught up with Steve Day, taking us through previous designs in this very location.
Yep.
But you got a special garden this year
We have.
called Resilience.
Yes, so this garden is all about people's health and well-being and how plants and gardens can help people become more resilient. So this was actually designed for 2020, and as you know, the show was cancelled. So we think we're actually really clever by calling it Resilience all the way back then, because it's absolutely what everybody has needed to get through the last couple of years. And particularly in Melbourne, there's been a much stronger emphasis on people's own backyards. And just being able to use what you've got in your backyard to actually help your own health and well-being. So the idea behind this garden was to really showcase how plants and people's gardens can really help their own health and well-being. How when you're surrounded by nature, that your mental health is much better. Often your physical health is much better as well, because you've got spaces to recreate. Exactly right. And even the gardening is really good for your physical health. And yeah, just trying to showcase how essentially an urban backyard can look magnificent and be really good for you as well at the same time.
And you always take on, quite a large site through in this particular area of the gardens, and a big team that comes pulling it all together. So take us through the process again. And, who's sort of come on board and what they've brought to the team.
So the Gardens for the Tree and Shrub Growers Victoria, which is the industry body that grows all the plants for the area. This site, as you know, we're in the middle of a park, and there's a tree here. We work around the tree every year. And that's about it. So everything else that you see is brought in. We've got a team of about 15 plus people that are here every day, so we get 9 days to build it. We have our landscape construction company called Outer East Landscapes that do a huge amount of effort. We also have my staff from Whitehorse City Council that come in and assist with all of it. And we have, this year with the house that we built, we have another carpentry business called A Plus Carpentry that came in and gave us a hand with that. And then there's lots of other stuff. So there's edging from Formboss, there's turf from Lilydale Instant Lawn, water feature from Water Features Direct, lighting from Aqualux Lighting. There's just a huge number of people and components that are involved to bring it all together.
We were admiring the lighting actually last night coming through, with it being open a bit later. But
and the lighting's spectacular at night. And a point of difference again, where it's all on timers and cycles through different colours. And so garden lighting, traditionally you have the nice warm lights and they look great. This was trying to do something a little bit different and not make it look like a disco, but a few different colours and blues and pinks and greens cycling through it. It looks really nice.
And plant materials, so plants being the hero through, and you've got a mixture of exotics, natives, all manner of plant material. So it's sort of showing combinations. Is that the idea? Or?
Yeah, that's right. And trying to represent the industry about what we do, because there's over 100 different species of plants in here. So the industry grows just a broad range of species, and we're just trying to showcase what can be done. But then, like you said, trying to blend things together and put some different patterns in and different plant species where people probably traditionally haven't thought you could do, but just to show how that can work together. So like you said, exotics and natives together. We've got buxus and leucadendrons and lomandras. So just a whole range of different species and different forms and shapes, but the idea is that they can actually work together in a garden as well, and they're suited to the conditions. So we've got plants that like dry together, we've got plants that like a bit more water together, we've got the anemones in the shade of the big trees, so just trying to replicate how it could actually work in your own garden.
And also people on hand sort of telling a bit about it as well.
That's right.
But spark the conversation about different plants. You see plenty of people patting different leaves and things across the front. So it's
exactly right.
Getting them excited about getting out in their garden.
Yeah, that's right. And we're fortunate again being part of the industry that we put together a magazine that's got a story about the garden, but also the full plant list. So people can basically use it as a shopping list. You walk around the garden, you see what you like, you circle the plants, you go to the garden centres next week and buy the plants that you like. So trying to make it as interactive as possible and give people the information they want so they can get what they want out of it.
Well, perfect, and a perfectly timely garden in terms of for the first show back after a couple of years. And great to see. Thanks for taking us for a wander through.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.